came in this business saying I was gonna expose.
Hey, don't sit on the bed at night, no homo, no, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it and you did it.
That Snoop Dogg, not again, mentioned him in December of 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me.
$50 million to unversion his whole.
Can you explain a little bit?
No, I just told.
Katt had already called this out long before any truth started leaking, and now everything's falling into place. The man's officially stepped right into the Netflix storm, and he's not holding back one bit. He's calling out 50 for protecting powerful insiders, making sure their names never saw the light of day in that final cut. No more mystery talk. Katt's putting the whole industry on notice. Remember when he went off on Club Sachet? That wasn't some wild rant for attention. He was hinting at this exact scandal the whole time, and now the puzzle pieces fit. That man wasn't lying. He was warning everyone before it blew up. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 major names that got completely erased from the doc like they never even existed. You're gonna hear the truth straight from Katt's own mouth, no filter. We're diving into why these names got protected, how deep their connections to Diddy really go, and what Netflix didn't want the world to see.
20 years, won't do an interview, nobody's ever talked to her, and that she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was gonna expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is
Now here's where things get crazy, and rumors say people even tried to pay off 50 Cent to keep these names buried. That's right, big money was allegedly thrown around just to keep certain reputations spotless. But Katt, he's no fool. He knows exactly how the industry plays its games. Whether it's secret tapes or shiny documentaries, some people stay untouchable, hidden by power and silence. Period. Before we even break it down, let's make one thing clear. This video ain't about the obvious names like Jay-Z or Beyonce. We already know what's up with them. We're diving into the unexpected ones, the names they worked overtime to keep under wraps. So let's rewind to early 2024 when Katt Williams hit up Club Shay and basically predicted Diddy's entire downfall before it even happened. Katt didn't bite his tongue one bit. He said plain and clear that every lie would be exposed in 2024, and just look at where we are now. He didn't hold back, not even for a second. Katt name dropped some serious figures. Folks like TD Jakes, Diddy, and a whole lineup of others.
4 years. Say that again. For taking 27 years. 4 years. Meanwhile, they tried to give me 4 years for 2 blunts I had no intention of smoking in the first place. Same 4 years. I don't give a fuck. Being an ass-picking devil worshiper is not against the law. They put that man on a whole RICO because they thought he was f***ing for China. They said, bring out the 9 niggas walked out there. That ain't even get the law. Go on and get you out. That man liked this so much as his punishment. They sent him to the place with the most.
He said what he said, and it wasn't some random rant. That was a full-blown warning shot fired straight at the industry. Fast forward to today, a 50 Cent has jumped in with his Netflix doc, Diddy, The Reckoning, and things just got way hotter. This isn't some soft, watered-down project. It's packed with never-before-seen clips of Diddy right before his arrest. We're talking late-night talks, lawyer meetups, and behind-the-scenes footage that'll leave you wide-eyed in disbelief. Diddy's legal team went off the rails when they caught wind of it. They fired off cease and desist letters to Netflix, claiming the footage was stolen and unauthorized. They even called the whole thing a shameful hit job, but Netflix didn't flinch. They aired it anyway. And here's where it gets wild. Diddy's already facing a 4-year prison sentence tied to a prostitution-related case after narrowly dodging a major racketeering charge. But that's not the end of it. This saga's just getting started. Over 150 lawsuits are lined up against him, and authorities are still digging deep to uncover the truth behind it all. The feds made it clear more charges could still be on the way, and this investigation is far from done. But here's the real twist. Prosecutors working Diddy's case are now linking up with the same team handling Tupac's case. That move alone shows just how deep, tangled, and chaotic this whole situation really is. But wait, it gets even crazier. Word on the street is that there are Diddy tapes sitting somewhere, ready to drop at any moment. And these tapes supposedly don't just show Diddy, and they allegedly include other well-known celebs caught in moments they'd never want the public to see. Nobody's exactly inviting this kind of attention, but the whispers are getting louder by the day.
Men, hey, don't do it, okay? We all saw the movie Sinners. Don't let his here. So he can bite somebody. So he can bite Playboy Cardi again, okay? Playboy Cardi definitely been bit. Something happened. Playboy Cardi's been bit. I know he has. Nobody let Kanye in. No! Tonight I will do my part. Everybody will get flowers. I'll do my part to make sure that I put us on a high pedestal, man. Also, I'm gonna do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight, okay? None. Take your home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. I did it on a Monday. People gotta go to work tomorrow. No after parties. That's where it's slippery at them after parties, okay? We're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot. God is good all the time. Kurt, that makes it right. Whatever I just said goes away. Funny.
Now, let's swing back to Katt Williams. The man's out here confirming everything in plain sight. He's not hiding, not even a little. Recently, he cracked a joke that had everyone laughing at first, until people realized it wasn't really a joke at all. It sounded more like a confession disguised as comedy. Katt wasn't just fooling around. He's been warning everyone for years about who was involved, what really went down, and who got protected behind those velvet ropes. So now, let's get into it. The 7 names that mysteriously disappeared from 50 Cent's Netflix documentary. First up, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, sounds wild, right? But there's history there. Snoop and Diddy go way back. Parties, business deals, music collabs. They were tight for years. So here's the real question. Why wasn't Snoop even mentioned in the doc? Well, Allie Carter might have already spilled the reason. She came forward and claimed that Snoop wasn't just connected. She said he might have even been worse than Diddy when it came to behind-the-scenes power moves. According to her, Snoop's reach goes deep and his protection in the industry runs even deeper. Allie first dropped Snoop's name back in December 2020, but instead of folks listening, people came after her. They called her a liar, tried to discredit her, and pushed her out of the conversation. Stace. But she never stopped speaking up. And here's the part that slipped under the radar. Snoop's name was linked to serious accusations involving the movement of young people for illegal purposes. That kind of claim should have made national headlines. People should have demanded answers, investigations, something. But what happened instead? Silence. Loud silence. And here's the twist that stunned everyone. Instead of facing tough questions, Snoop Dogg was invited to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. That's right. While heavy accusations were still being whispered, he stood center stage at one of the biggest events in America, cheered on by millions. Now think about this. Folks were quick to cancel Dr. Seuss and Aunt Jemima over things way smaller, but somehow Snoop stayed untouched. No backlash, no real questions, no investigations, just applause and red carpets. Allie Carter even pointed out something wild that most people missed. She said the LVI letters during that Super Bowl halftime show looked like they were dripping in blood, but everyone was too busy frying wings and watching the game to notice the dark symbolism flashing right in their faces. So why did 50 Cent wipe Snoop clean out of the Netflix documentary? Simple. Snoop's too connected, too protected. If 50 had tried to show that footage, the whole doc would have been shut down before it even dropped. Some people in this industry are simply untouchable, and Snoop looks like one of them. Next up, Kevin Hart. Now his situation is a different kind of messy. He's been talking about the Diddy chaos, but he's been walking on eggshells while doing it. Back in the day, Kevin was reportedly part of Diddy's so-called puffy flavor camps. Those invite-only parties where the rumors say a whole lot went down behind closed doors. Kevin was right there in that circle, and there's even this viral Frosted Flakes clip that allegedly shows he knew exactly what was happening, but instead of calling it out, he played it safe. Then came the BET Awards. Kevin was hosting that night, and he slid in a few jokes that made people pause. He said things like, "That's where Ray gets slippery," and followed with, "We learning a lot about people, ain't we?" Then he wrapped it all up with, "God is good all the time." Sounds like regular comedy, right? But if you really listen, Kevin was sending signals. He even told the crowd there'd be no after parties tonight and made sure the event happened on a Monday, so everyone had to be up for work the next morning. That wasn't random. That was strategic. And just when people thought things couldn't get any wilder, Orlando Brown jumped into the mix. Now, yeah, Orlando's known for saying some off-the-wall things, but this time, he dropped a claim that got everybody talking. He said Kevin Hart was allegedly offered $50 million for something he described as crossing a major line in the industry. Whether you believe Orlando or not, one thing's crystal clear. Kevin Hart knows way too much about what goes down behind those locked doors in Hollywood. The man's been around the biggest players, seen too much, and learned exactly how deep this game really runs. So can you explain that a little more? No need, it's simple. Kevin Hart was around during the wild years. He saw things. Maybe even got caught up in a few of them. But now, he's built too much power, too much fame, too much money, and pulling him into this kind of scandal would shake up the entire comedy game. That's exactly why 50 Cent made the call to cut Kevin out of the documentary. Protecting Kevin isn't just about protecting one man, it's about protecting an entire machine. The stand-up scene, the brand deals, the movie roles, and all those deep Hollywood connections. Pulling Kevin into this would have sent shockwaves across the entertainment world. 50 knew that was one battle he couldn't win, not with the kind of influence Kevin holds right now. Alright, now let's move on to Mase. And this one might just be the most frustrating of them all. Back in the Bad Boy Records era, Mase wasn't just another artist floating around Diddy's orbit. He was right there in the mix, at the parties, inside the business meetings, part of that massive music machine Diddy built. If anyone knows where the skeletons are buried, it's him. Mase was front row for everything. But here's the part that's got people scratching their heads. Mase has been completely silent. No statements, no interviews, no hints, nothing. And with everything that's come out about Diddy recently, that silence feels way too loud and way too calculated. Let's not forget, it took Mase 10 whole years just to break free from his contract with Diddy, a whole decade. And even after he finally got out, he never really called Diddy out by name or exposed what went down behind the scenes. That's strange for someone who lived it all firsthand. There's even this super awkward radio interview from V103 that says it all. Diddy showed up with dirty money and brought Mase along. The vibe? Straight up uncomfortable. Diddy was all smiles saying, Mase is free to work, he can do whatever he wants now, trying to act cool about it. But Mase's reaction told a different story. He looked nervous, surprised, and almost too thankful. It was like he didn't even believe he was really free. Mase even said, "It took me 10 years to get this paperwork right here." Then laughed and added, "I ain't used to Puff doing good stuff." That line hit deep. Think about it. A man who worked with Diddy for years was shocked to finally get treated fairly. That says everything. So why did 50 Cent cut Mase from the Netflix doc? The answer's pretty clear. Mase is either too scared to talk or Diddy still has some kind of hold on him. Either way, that silence speaks volumes. This man was at the heart of Bad Boy's empire. And his quietness now, it's way too suspicious. Mase knows the secrets, every last one of them, but he's staying completely silent, like he's got something heavy hanging over his head. Including him in the doc would have opened up too many questions. Like why he's so quiet when he clearly knows what really went down. It would have made people start asking, what's Diddy still got on him? So 50 Cent made the move to leave Mase out completely. No mention, no spotlight, no extra heat. Now let's move on to Meek Mill. And trust me, this one's straight up chaos. Meek's been rolling in Diddy's circle and hanging with the big name elites for years. His name's been floating in whispers for a long time. No concrete proof, but plenty of rumors flying around. Then Orlando Brown popped back up and threw gasoline on the fire with a wild comment that got everyone's attention again. Next thing you know, Meek Mill jumps on social media saying he'll pay someone $100,000 to prove he's connected to Diddy's drama. That statement alone had people staring like, wait, what? Why say that if you're clean? It sounded defensive and it made folks even more curious. And yeah, it sounds wild, but Orlando has a track record of calling people out, and sometimes he's actually been right. Then things went from messy to explosive when an audio clip started making rounds online. The clip allegedly featured Meek Mill's voice, and people swore the other voice in the recording sounded exactly like P. Diddy himself. The audio was raw, explicit, and scandalous, and it spread like wildfire across social media. Then Jaguar Wright, who's been exposing Hollywood secrets for years, jumped in and said she believed that was definitely Diddy's voice. She claimed it with full confidence, 100%. But just as quickly as that clip blew up, it was gone, scrubbed clean from every platform like it never existed at all. So why did 50 Cent leave Meek Mill out of the documentary? Simple. That audio was never officially verified, and including it would have been a legal nightmare. Meek isn't some forgotten rapper. He's active, powerful, and backed by serious money and lawyers. Dropping his name without hard proof could have dragged 50 and Netflix into lawsuits for years. At the end of the day, 50 made a business move, not an emotional one. He wasn't about to gamble the entire project on a maybe. Better to play it safe than get stuck fighting a courtroom battle that could sink the whole doc. Sometimes in this industry, silence isn't weakness, it's survival.